Pukaha Mt Bruce, here in the Wairarapa, is DOC's National Centre for the Captive Breeding of Endangered Species. First established way back in 1962 to assist with the recovery of the then recently discovered takahe, this facility has been central to a number of major conservation achievements, amongst them the first captive breeding of kiwi. It's also now open to the public, so visitors here can catch a glimpse of conservation in action whilst also meeting some of our most charismatic wildlife. Top of my list of species to see here are the orange-fronted kākāriki, and I'm going to meet with DOC Ranger Darren Page to discuss how the management of these birds in captivity fits with the bigger picture of their recovery in the wild. A gorgeous little bird. So what do you need to do with the health check?
We just check the eyes, make sure they're nice and bright and nice and open, no discharge. Beak as well, the feathers, the feet as well. Make sure there's no lumps or anything.
So tell me about the orange-fronted kākāriki.
Until relatively recently, they were not considered to be a separate species. The yellow-crowned kākāriki and the orange-crowned kākāriki are quite similar, and it wasn't until recently that they did DNA research and that indicated that the orange-fronted kākāriki were in fact a different species.
What's the difference between orange-fronted kākāriki and the others?
The main difference is the orange band above the bird's beak. On the yellow-crowned kākāriki, it's actually red, so that's the main difference. The size of the bird is also a telling point as well. The orange-fronted kākāriki is quite a bit smaller than the yellow.
So tell me about the state of orange-fronted kākāriki in the wild.
They're classified as critically endangered, so they're on the mainland in the South Island, and the population 7 to 8 years ago was in serious decline due to rats and stoats predating upon the birds.
Why have we got them in captivity?
We've got them in captivity to breed them. The offspring that are bred in the captive centres are released onto offshore islands.
So what's the difference between captive management for conservation and just keeping birds in a cage?
They need a specialised diet so that they, when they do get released, they can find their own food, natural foods in the wild. Genetics is important, so we can manage the population and get genetic diversity for the birds that we are breeding. And the disease risk as well. By keeping them in specialised centres, we can minimise any risk of transferring disease from captive institutes into wild populations.
Like many of our critically endangered birds, these orange-fronted kākāriki need all the help we can muster. And it's important to remember that no matter how well we do at captive breeding them, without good pest management in the wild, released populations just won't thrive. But the good news for you is that whilst these programs are in motion, you have a great opportunity to see these extremely rare birds at this wonderful facility at Pukaha Mt Bruce.